talking about structures, we're going to continue talking about corporate expansion with the concept of mergers and acquisitions. A mergers is two firms that form one company. It's usually a friendly basis. Yo, let's do this. Now you have problems because a lot of times you're going to replace the management because of the fact you have two different management structures. So you may have to sit down and fire a couple of people to get it to work right over here, and maybe you only have one person in charge of this and one person in charge of that. So you have those aspects over here. The other type of way of is it called an acquisition. A lot of times acquisitions are not because of the fact that, yo, let's go out to lunch and have fun, buddy. No, it's a matter of I'm buying your company. Yes. And you can't stop me. Yes. Usually they're not as friendly as a merger. So between the two, mergers, acquisitions, it is the combination of two companies getting together. And there's different ways of doing it. You have a vertical merger where two companies are actually in different stages of the same business. Let's say that you're selling soda or water and you want to buy out the container company, the plastic bottle company, or the metal can company. That's a vertical merger because you're all in the same business. And then the other one, sometimes you'll have two firms, they join where the competitors, they say, okay, let's over here, let's Pepsi and Coke buy each other. They've been fighting nonstop. And all of a sudden they're competitors, and all of a sudden they merge and have one entity between the two and stop fighting. Or maybe they maintain their identity, they just have one corporate umbrella. And then sometimes you'll get a conglomerate where, yo, I'm going to buy your company. Well, you're in the tire industry and I'm in the food industry. Yeah, it's okay. I kind of like your stuff. I always go by there for lunch. I'm going to buy your company. There's no relationship between the companies. We call that a conglomerate. So you got a vertical merger where they're related by the supply chain aspect. You got the horizontal where two competitors come together. And then you have the third kind called conglomerate. Here's an example. On the top, you see a horizontal merger. Here's a soda drink company, and over here, a mineral water. You know, they're both beverages. They both come in containers. They may have actually the same pathway to actually, in the stores, sell side by side. So now you're going to buy one out and merge the two companies together and actually have a easier way to distribute things. The same trucks can distribute both different aspects of it. Or you can sit down and look at over here. You have a soft drink company. It buys an artificial sweetener company. They're both in that same supply chain. That's a vertical merger. Or let's say I have a soft drink company over here and you buy a snack food company. Well, it's kind of like your relax company, except for the fact they're totally different. Chips don't go well into soda cans, and soda doesn't sit well when you mix it up with chips in the bag. So that being said, they're totally different type of critters, and that's why that would be a conglomerate. So between the different types of mergers, sometimes they're highly successful. Disney really bought all the TV assets by 21st Century Fox. So now all of a sudden you have Mickey Mouse and Bart Simpson in the same type of venue. Well, they actually have rides at Disney World between the two. So it's an odd mix, but it seems to work so far. So that being said, then you have another type of thing where you'll hear, let's take the company private. Well, what happens there is the stockholders take control and the management or some type of group, they sit down there and they take the company private and they start buying it off of the public stock market and they make offers to pick up all that stock. Sometimes you'll have an attempt by the employees, management, or some private investors. They do a leveraged buyout. And it could be millions to billions and everything from small businesses to large and to giant by the time you're all done, where they actually go through and they attempt to buy the whole thing out and take it private because some fabulous thing is going to come down the pike, they feel, and so therefore they're going to go out and buy that out. So mergers and acquisitions, mergers usually friendly by the time you're all done, acquisitions not so much. And a lot of times you have to know the three different aspects: a vertical merger, a horizontal merger, and a conglomerate merger. All three are very different, but they reduce competition, they reduce costs, and then this may be one of the most interesting maneuvers that you'll ever see on Wall Street. If you can catch the wind of it, that this is going to be happening over there, an awful lot of aspects of it is when the merger is taking place, the stock tends to go up, sometimes unreasonably so. So if you get wind of, oh, merger's coming, yes, your eyes should pop a little bit and you get your wallet out over there and buy stock, buy. Not always, though. Sometimes it doesn't work. You had a couple issues where you had Kraft and Heinz, they merged. It was one of the worst mergers out there because the corporation types fought each other in the process. So even though you may look good on paper, sometimes it simply doesn't work out, and sometimes it does. It just depends how it's structured. And a lot of times, shockingly, it's the personality type involved, or maybe the corporate history, whichever. But mergers, acquisitions is by far the most interesting maneuvers you'll be seeing on Wall Street if you really pay close attention. Mergers and acquisitions, interesting to watch, more interesting if you're involved in actually the finances part by owning stock. Take care.